Hey everyone, welcome back to the EMT Spots Blood Pressure Podcast. I'm Samuel Harrison.
And I'm Olivia Harper.
And we are so excited to be back with you all. Today we are going to be doing a deep dive into the CheckMe BP2 blood pressure monitor.
Yes, super interesting device.
It is. And, we have a stack of articles and reviews here.
Lots to dig into.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to pull out the most helpful and fascinating parts for you.
Definitely. I mean, this device, it's getting a lot of attention. People are calling it one of the, most advanced and popular at-home monitors out there.
Really?
Yeah. It was even recognized back in 2022, I think, for its innovative features.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's start with what makes this CheckMe BP2 so special.
Okay, so first off, the design. Have you seen this thing?
I have, yeah.
It's sleek.
Super sleek.
It's like the size of a cell phone. It's not like those clunky blood pressure monitors we're used to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, it has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool.
That is impressive. And you know what else? It can also measure your ECG.
Oh, yeah, the two-in-one thing.
2-in-1. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's talk accuracy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point of a blood pressure monitor, right?
Oh, absolutely. And accuracy is definitely one of its strong suits. It takes multiple readings to make sure it's really accurate, even if you have, an irregular heartbeat.
Which is important because those irregular heartbeats can throw off some monitors.
Yeah, exactly.
And, on the topic of reliability, this CheckMe BP2 is FDA cleared. So it meets those important standards for safety and effectiveness.
Right, exactly. That FDA clearance, it just gives you peace of mind. You know you're getting really good information about your heart health.
For sure. Okay, so we touched on the ECG readings. Can we go a little deeper into that? What exactly is an ECG and why is it helpful?
Yeah, so ECG stands for electrocardiogram, and it basically records your heart's electrical activity. It's a really great way to detect any heart conditions, like those irregular heartbeats we mentioned, or, even some more serious things that you might not know about from just, your blood pressure readings.
It's like a little window into your heart's rhythm, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then here's where it gets really cool, right?
Yeah.
The CheckMe BP2 uses AI to analyze those ECG results.
It does.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It takes all that complex data and kind of makes sense of it for you.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of convenience, let's talk about the app.
Yeah.
This CheckMe BP2 connects to the ViHealth app with Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. And so you can track all your data really easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a huge plus. So much easier than, writing things down.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
No more scraps of paper.
And you can store unlimited data in the app. You can see how things are changing over time, and you can even make different user profiles.
Well, that's great for families.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's talk about the design for a minute. I mean, we've talked about how sleek it is, but it's also super portable.
It is. Like we said, almost like a smartphone.
Yeah.
And really user-friendly.
It is.
It has a tubeless cuff wrap. And the display, the OLED display, is really clear and easy to read.
Yes, so you can actually see your readings, but don't just take our word for it. We've got some real-world user reviews here. People are loving this thing.
They are. There's one from Jay Crawford, and they were really impressed with how accurate and stable it is, especially compared to other wireless monitors that they've tried. They also said it was super easy to use and connected to their phones seamlessly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's Joshua, who actually compared the CheckMe BP2 to a manual mercury sphygmomanometer.
Wow. The old school ones, right?
Yeah, the ones that are considered the gold standard for accuracy.
Right.
And the CheckMe BP2 held its own.
Yeah, it's really impressive. It definitely speaks to how reliable this device is.
Absolutely. Now, not every experience is perfect, right? We did see this review from Amy, and she had a little bit of trouble with the setup at first. She has some issues with the Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah. But she was able to figure it out using the FAQs on their website.
That's good.
So, sometimes you just need a little troubleshooting, even with the user-friendly devices. But it sounds like there's help available.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about actually purchasing this thing.
All right. So they have free shipping within the U.S.
That's always a good thing.
And delivery usually takes 2 to 4 business days. And they use secure packaging.
Okay, standard stuff. What about payment options?
So they accept all the major debit and credit cards. And if you prefer PayPal, they have PayPal Express Checkout. And their payment portal uses 256-bit encryption, so you know your transactions are safe.
Perfect. All right, so we've covered a lot. Let's just do a quick recap of the pros and cons before we move on.
All right, so pros, it's FDA cleared. It has that ECG capability. The smart features are really nice. App integration. It seems to be priced pretty reasonably. And we saw all those great user reviews about how accurate and easy to use it is.
It does sound like a winner. But what about some of those downsides?
Well, we did mention some people had trouble with returns and warranty claims.
Oh,
And,
right.
while most people said it was accurate, there were a few who questioned it. So, always a good idea to double check with your doctor if you have any concerns.
That's a really good point. These devices, they're great tools, but they shouldn't replace your doctor.
Exactly. And there's more to explore. We haven't even compared the CheckMe BP2 to its competition yet.
All right, so stay tuned, everyone. In the next part of our deep dive, we're going to see how the CheckMe BP2 stacks up against some other popular blood pressure monitors. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. So we've been talking all about the CheckMe BP2, but like we promised, we're going to look at some alternatives now. One size doesn't fit all when it comes to this stuff.
Absolutely. We want to make sure you have all the info you need to pick the right device for you.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other blood pressure monitors out there that people are talking about?
Well, two names that kept coming up in our research were the Oxalign and the CardioArm.
Yeah.
They both have their own kind of unique things going for them, target different needs.
Okay, cool. So let's start with the Oxalign. What's their deal? What makes them stand out?
So the Oxalign is all about keeping things simple and affordable. Like their focus is on accurate blood pressure readings, but in a really straightforward way. They even tell you what range your blood pressure falls in. It's kind of like back to basics, but with a modern twist.
So that sounds like a good option if maybe you're a little overwhelmed by all the bells and whistles, or maybe you're on a tight budget.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. What about the CardioArm? How does that compare?
So the CardioArm is more for, I guess, the tech-savvy user.
Okay, more like the CheckMe.
Yeah, a little bit more similar to the CheckMe in that way. It also tracks your heart rate and pulse, but it's really known for its seamless integration with smartphones and other devices.
Gotcha.
Like you can even see all your data visualized in graphs and charts, which can be really helpful for understanding trends over time.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's neat.
Okay, so we've got the Oxalign, which is simple and affordable. We've got the CardioArm, which is tech forward. And then we have the CheckMe BP2, which is kind of like the feature-rich option. It's like Goldilocks in the three blood pressure monitors, right?
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to really think about what you need. Like, what are you looking for in a device? Do you want simple and reliable? Or are you looking for all the data and all the bells and whistles? Or somewhere in between?
It's about finding the right tool for the job.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a light bulb. So what are some of the things people should think about when they're making this decision?
Okay, well, first, you got to think about your budget. I mean, these things range in price, so how much are you comfortable spending? Then, which features are most important to you? Do you need ECG readings? Is app connectivity a must-have? Or do you just want a simple, accurate reading?
Right. Figure out your priorities.
Exactly. And don't forget ease of use. If you're not super comfortable with technology, maybe a simpler device is better for you.
That makes sense.
And honestly, don't underestimate those user reviews. Seeing what other people are saying about their real-world experiences can be really, really helpful.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've talked about all the pros and cons. We've looked at some alternatives. Now, the big question, is this CheckMe BP2 worth it?
That's the million-dollar question. And the truth is, it depends. There's no right answer for everyone. But, based on what we've seen, the CheckMe BP2 really does offer a pretty amazing package. I mean, it's accurate, easy to use, it gives you all those great health insights, and the price isn't bad at all. So yeah, it's definitely a strong contender in the home blood pressure monitoring world.
It really does seem like that multi-tool of blood pressure monitors.
Right, it has it all.
Yeah. But as you said, it all comes down to what you need. So if you're looking for a device that goes beyond just basic readings and you want that ECG functionality and you want it to integrate seamlessly with your phone or your other devices, then yeah, the CheckMe BP2 is definitely worth considering.
Definitely. It really puts you in control of your health. Like, you can track your progress, share your data with your doctor. You can be way more proactive about your well-being.
I like that. Okay, we've talked a lot about the CheckMe BP2 and the world of blood pressure monitors in general. What stands out to you as we kind of wrap up this part of the discussion?
Well, I think what's really cool is that these devices are becoming more than just gadgets. They're like gateways to understanding our own bodies. Like, they give us all this valuable information that we can use to take charge of our health. And that to me is just super exciting.
It's like shifting from reactive healthcare to proactive healthcare. And who knows what the future holds? Like with all the advancements in AI and technology, we're probably going to see even more amazing devices that can personalize our health journeys even more.
Right. It's an amazing time to be paying attention to this stuff.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for our deep dive into the CheckMe BP2. I hope this has been helpful for everyone. I'm Samuel Harrison.
And I'm Olivia Harper. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the EMT Spot's Blood Pressure Podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
So we've learned about this CheckMe BP2. We've looked at what else is out there. What are your final thoughts? Is this the blood pressure monitor for everyone?
I don't know about everyone, but it's definitely got a lot going for it.
It does. Like that ECG feature, right? You don't
Yeah.
usually see that.
Right. That's pretty cool to have in a home monitor, especially if you're already, thinking about your heart health.
Yeah, and using AI to analyze those readings, that's pretty next level, like having a tiny cardiologist with you.
I know, but we did see some negative reviews too, like setup problems, Wi-Fi issues, and even some people having trouble with returns.
Yeah. You always have to remember those reviews are out there. Do your research right before you
Yeah.
buy anything, especially when it comes to your health.
Oh, absolutely. And remember, no matter how fancy the device is, it's still just information. You always need to talk to your doctor about diagnosis and treatment.
Always, always. But I think you bring up a good point. These devices, they can really help us stay on top of our health.
Totally. Imagine being able to just, show your doctor your blood pressure readings, your ECG readings, even before you go in for an appointment.
Yeah,
That's got to be helpful for them, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
And it kind of changes things, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're not just waiting for the doctor to tell us what's going on. We're part of the process.
Exactly. And that's empowering. The more you know about your body, the better choices you can make. It's about being proactive, not reactive.
I love that. We've talked a lot about this one monitor, but it's really more than that. It's about how technology is changing how we think about our health.
It is. And I think we're just at the beginning. Like, imagine what kind of tools we'll have in the future. Even more personalized, even more amazing.
I can't wait to see what they come up with. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the CheckMe BP2. I'm Samuel Harrison.
And I'm Olivia Harper.
This has been the EMT Spot's Blood Pressure Podcast. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, and tell your friends about the show.